It's the end of June 2026, and I didn't visit the church for more than 10 days. Wow, it's a long time. Then in 10 days, a lot can be changed. Remember, they are replacing, renovating the floor of the church. And then I don't know what's happening now. You can see that they're still dealing with the new floor and the door, the original door from Ottomans, Crusaders. I mean, so many rumors. Time that a few weeks ago was there. And I took a video of it. Then let me see if there's something down there. I didn't see what's there, but mainly because I took a video of it. But you saw what is there. Then if you found the doors, the original doors of the church, then we are lucky. Let me see. Yeah, they cover it from A to Z. I took some videos of it, and I think they saw it as well. But again, I will see it only when I will organize everything. Then let's enter to the church that was built only at the 4th century, mainly because until then the Romans didn't allow Christians to pray to Jesus. It was a non-legal religion. And I'm walking here with 12 rosaries, which is the best present from Jerusalem for Christmas. And thanks for Gail. They bought it, as I believe, for a friend, as a present. And why it's excellent present? Mainly because I will bless it at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Then it's not just I bought a rosary for you. I bought a rosary with the energy of Christ at the church that he was crucified, died, and buried. And the most important thing, resurrected. Then let's enter to the church. And what you see here is mostly from the end of the 11th century, the beginning of the 12th century. And yes, the doors are still a replica. It's not the original doors, as you can see. Oops! And the floor is covered with wood, or because they didn't replace the floor, or they did, and they are now trying to keep it without any damage. Although I can touch it, I can feel the pressure, then it's still without a floor. And if we are talking about that, you can see a little bit of the floor, the new floor here, and you can see the difference. I'm next to the tomb of Jesus, but let's start from the beginning. Then he came to here with his cross, together with another two. Oh, and I'm wearing a hat, which I'm not supposed to wear, of course. And if I put it in my pocket, I will lose it, like I'm losing most of my hats, and I already did it. Now let's climb up to the Golgotha. I'm already at the Golgotha, and lovely to see that this time there are more tourists. But let's bless your rosaries at one of the Via Dolorosa station. This is where they stripped him from his clothes. And remember the bet, that's where they bet who will get his kind of royal clothes. It used to be a door. Go backward. It used to be one of the entrances to the church, but the Muslims actually blocked it. And from that time, it's blocked. You can see a little bit of the beautiful mosaic. I won't be surprised that this is still from the Crusader time, but the rest is from 19th century because that church been destroyed. This time by the Christian itself, it was burned down. The only mosaic that left here, Gail, is of the Ascension, and this is from the Crusader time. This is where they nailed him to the cross, and it was outside the city. But let him take a picture first. You can see Jesus, and look at his face, look at the misery of his. A Roman soldier nailed him, Mary the mother and Mary Magdalene. And where are the rest? Right here, outside the city. See John and the women of Jerusalem. Let us wait, because I want to bless the rosaries. And I love the number 10. 10 disciples, 10 friends, 10 tribes of Israel. Guys, if you want to have your own crosses, rosaries, Bible, go into the description right there and you will find a link of Buy Me a Coffee. At that link, you will understand that you can buy so many things. I will buy it for you. I will bless it for you with a video. I will upload the video to YouTube, and of course, I will send it to Illinois, to America. On the way, you can see Mary, and that represents the Pietà, Mary with a spear in her heart. When Jesus was here for the first time in Jerusalem, he was at the presentation at the temple, which is still a Jewish tradition. When he did the firstborn son, you must go there. And there, Saint Simon, a priest, told her, Mary, your son will die in front of your eyes. It will be like a spear entering into your heart. The Pietà. And what you can see here is the crucifixion place. Jesus is on the cross, to the right, John, the disciple, to the left, Mary, the mother. And you can see a menorah in front of him. This is a symbol of the Jewish temple, but Jesus is God, and this is, in a way, the temple. You can see the bedrock. Covered with the glass, this is the bedrock of the Golgotha. On top of Jesus, you can see sin list. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. 3 different languages. I'm going to bless the rosaries at the place that I will be able to touch the bedrock of the Golgotha. And it is. Let me put my hand. Let me bless each one of the rosaries. The Golgotha itself belongs to the Greek Orthodox. Wait, what's happening here? That is a Catholic place. This is a Greek Orthodox. This is not a regular church, my friend. This is not a regular church. Their church belongs to the Christians. Catholic, Orthodox churches, and the leader is the Greek Orthodox, and Armenian. then every decision of the public area must be with those three. Domination, then it's not so easy. And it took them lots of years to decide to renovate the floor, but they did it. You cannot go down from the exit, mainly because they are renovating that place too. And I took a video of it. My last video was with that. And let me go down from the Catholic entrance. Well, after he died on the cross, Joseph of Arimathea went to Pontius Pilate and asked to get the body of Jesus. And he got it. That shows you the connection between Joseph of Arimathea, that used to be, as we believe, part of Sanhedrin. He said that they still renovated it. It's already the last one. And it's good because now they know exactly what is between or beneath the church. And we believe that it used to be a Roman church that was built there by the Romans after the destruction of the city. And as a Jew, Jesus was purified. I mean, they purified his body. They put a shroud around him, and later on, they bury him without a casket, without a coffin. But this is the place that they anointed the body of Jesus, and this is the place that I will. And you know what? From here, we will go to the tomb of Jesus. I already been there, already rested. Sadly, I cannot enter with the camera into the tomb, but we are walking through the Armenian, and according to the Armenian, this is the place that the women saw the crucifixion of Jesus. Then let me just bless it with the olive fire, and this is the women. That's where the women saw the crucifixion, and we are going straight to the tomb. And as you can see, it's still empty. Not a lot of tourists are here. The tomb is, well, it's not a cave as it used to be. The Jews, the rich man, used to be buried in a rock-cut cave, but it's been destroyed so many times. You can see the first, you see the chapel with the candlelight. This is where the angels took care that no one will steal the body of Christ, and the inner part is the tomb itself, and Gail, it's already been blessed there. Let us show you how it used to be at the time of Jesus, and let me convince you that it used to be a Jewish tomb and a cemetery from the time of Jesus. The Egyptian, the Coptic chapel is right here. This is a Jewish tomb from the time of Jesus. And as I believe, that's how you can see only half, because you can see that wall blocked part of the cave. Then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 niches to put the body. Some of them are still closed, and I don't know what's in it. maybe the bones of those dead. Then used to bury the dead in those niches. And then if there was no more place, they used to take the bones out and bless it. And they used to put the bones in an ossuary, a box for that, and they used to bury the dead, the new dead, new body. It sounds bad, isn't it? Instead of him. Then let me go backward. Then whose tomb it is? If it's very close to the tomb of Jesus, we know that Joseph of Arimathea gave Jesus his own tomb. Then if he gave Jesus his own tomb, then as I believe he built himself a tomb next to him. Then this is considered to be a tomb from 1st century of Joseph of Arimathea and maybe Nagdiminus as well. And that wall is not less than the wall from the first church ever, one of the first churches ever in the wood, built probably by St. Helen, by the order of Constantine, the Caesar at that time. And you can see the holes that used to carry marble. Sadly, they still argue who owns that place, and that's why you can see horrible graffitis and all over it. And you can see the marks of the fire of 1808.
The older temples
Oh, you can see part of the new floor. Let us, because I know that those are Catholic rosaries, let me take you to another chapel, and then I will talk about what's that. I will have to be quiet. It's the family chapel. And for the next half a minute, you can pray. And this is your chance to pray, private prayer. This is where we believe, or at least the Catholic believe, mainly because the Greek Orthodox got a different place. That's where Mary Magdalene saw Jesus on Sunday after the resurrection. Women power, Gail. Women power. And listen, Gail bought it for a friend, as I believe. That is something amazing. Again, women power, Gail. Women power. Thank you very much. By that, you actually helped me a lot. This is the only income that I have lately. And you took me out of my house, which I must say, Gail, for the last 2 months, because it's so difficult now in Israel, I feel bad. And by forcing me to go to here, I'm getting more and more energy. And thank you for doing it. You actually saved me, and you've got beautiful presence, very strong energy present to your friends. Then when you're giving them that present, send them that video, and they will understand how important that rosaries are. Let's continue. And let me take you at least to one more Catholic chapel here. This is according to the Greek Orthodox, the prison of Christ. And if we are talking about Catholic, not Catholic, that wall of the church now belongs to the Greek Orthodox. You can see the Greek Orthodox icons on them, but according to the Catholic, it's supposed to be theirs. Then there's a little bit tension between those three dominations in the church, sadly. Then what is important is to see is that this is how prison used to be in the ancient time. See where they put the legs of Jesus, tied his hands, and he was waiting for his crucifixion. Energy. Lots of energy. Let me tell you a story about myself now. And this is the reason that I feel proud, but this is the reason that I feel bad as well. Before that, you can see the excavation, not the last days of the excavation there, and usually they cover it, but if it's not covered, it means that I can take a video. Let's go into the Catholic part. Then, why I'm feeling proud and why I'm feeling bad. I do have very good friends from high school, and we used to go every year to a tour. Usually it was a jeep tour when we were young, and later on it was like one city or different places to stay in one country only for a few days. And every year I went with them. They are my best friend from high school, guys. I'm almost dead, and still we are very good friends. For the last 3 years, I couldn't leave Israel because I have no money for that. One of them called me 2 days ago and said, we are not going to we are not going to let you stay in Israel this time. We are buying the tickets for you. We are working. You're not. At that moment, I felt was what is good friends, who are my best friends. But on the other hand, I realized that I'm so poor. That Gail, by buying those rosaries, you are saving me. And thank you for that. And for the rest, if you want to have your own crosses, feel welcome. But the best present that you can give me is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and send it to everyone that you know and ask them to do that as well. Now we are in the Armenian chapel, and thanks God, 2 days ago, only 2 days ago, Israel declared or accepted the idea that officially that the Armenian genocide actually happened in 1915 by the Turks, by the Ottomans, by the Turkish of today. And I'm talking about it almost every time that I'm here. 1.5 million of them been murdered, and I'm so happy that Israel now decided not to be afraid anymore from the Turkish, which are horrible people. I mean, sorry, Erdogan, you are an horrible guy, and they declare of it. Then Israel is now one of only few countries that knows the truth and try not to hide it anymore. And you can see a few of the cities that have been destroyed by the Ottomans, by the Turkish of the day. For example, Mount Ararat, that used to be part of Armenia, is in Turkey now, and you can see some of the cities that have been destroyed. Now that place is closed, usually closed, but soon they will have the incense tour. Then in that case, they are opening everything. Sadly, to enter to that place is not so easy, but if you will walk down, you will find evidence from the Roman temple and a 2nd century graffiti of a boat and something like that. It was written, "We came to visit you, Lord." Is that one of the first evidence of Christianity? I want to believe that it is. But before they will start their mission, then let's walk down to the Catholic chapel, which is the lowest Catholic in their church. And because of their ceremony, they are going to have everything. I mean, the light is on then. This is such a beautiful place. This is where they discover the three crosses. Saint Helen took the Jews who knew everything about that place and asked them to look for, to show them the evidence from the time of Jesus. And here she found 3 crosses. She knew that one of those crosses might be of Jesus. Then she took a Jewish person, sick or dead, according to different stories. And when the cross, the true cross, touched the body of the dead or the wounded person, he resurrected or been cured. Then if you saw the statue of Mary, this is the 2nd statue, but this is of St. Helen with the true cross that she found right here. Guys, those are 28 or almost 29 minutes of a beautiful and very personal video. Gail, I know you for a long time. We are talking a lot. Thank you for your help, and I hope that those 11 people, because I want you to have at least one of those rosaries for you, will understand the meaning of it. They will understand how important those rosaries are. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.